Next, last but not least, we have our very own Thomas Smith. He is a senior network developer manager at Container xChange, and he will be giving us a run through of how rail freight operators can increase flexibility using xChange, and he'll also perform a platform demonstration. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen so that he can take over.
Thank you. I hope can everyone hear me? I can't seem to get the invitation out of the screen, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to share my screen, but I'll try my very best. But thank you for all the speakers speaking today. It's very insightful. In terms of increasing flexibility on Container xChange, what we can offer is a large array of SOC equipment, whether if it's leasing on a one-way basis or also purchasing equipment in any different location. And this will in turn allow you to increase the flexibility of your equipment, which I can demonstrate on the platform. However, Candice, I'm very much struggling to share my screen. No? Okay, cool. Maybe. Okay, great. Thank you. Technology sometimes very difficult, but yeah, thank you very much. Hopefully everyone can see the screen. And as I was saying, increasing the flexibility will be able to help. xChange will be able to help you find equipment, whether it's on a one-way lease or in terms of purchasing, and it will allow you to connect with different suppliers in different areas and negotiate the terms that you both agree with. So for example, this is what Container xChange would look like. And you could simply type in a pickup location of an area looking to lease an SOC equipment and also the drop-off location. So I just did Budapest and Duisburg. And once you press search, what it would do, it will bring up a list of suppliers that could supply you equipment. And what Container xChange allows many different asset owners to do is be very efficient in their equipment and avoid the empty repositioning. So we have an example here with OVL Containers supplying some equipment in China and drop-off locations being Duisburg or Budapest. And essentially, in terms of the terms you can lease, you can always specify how much equipment you guys would need. And the main thing here is you're always in control of the terms. So when we talk about leasing equipment gets very expensive, having a marketplace which Container xChange does allows you to connect with different suppliers. So you can always negotiate how many days you lease the container for. The DM would simply be the rental fee after the 3 days is up if there is any issues in terms of delays, etc. And also how much do you have to pay to lease this container. I guess the very typical example is you would be paying to lease a container leaving China, but on the return to China, suppliers would also incentivize users to move the equipment back to China. So it could be a different pickup charge given which direction. And as simple as this on Container xChange, you can click send request, and then you would be in a negotiation with a supplier for equipment, boosting the flexibility and availability that you can actually use. And on a similar note, in terms of the trading platform, you can see this will allow you to find equipment in many different areas where you're looking to purchase SOC containers. So sticking with the theme of China, we could simply type in China, and what it would do, it would bring us up a huge long list of sales offers where you can find different suppliers to help you be more efficient, finding equipment where you're struggling with the shortages, and really helping you guys in the tough times of the availability of equipment. We can, if we have, I don't know how much time I have. I know we've run over. Candice, maybe I can run for a negotiation as well, or are we struggling for time?
I think we could do another 2 or 3 minutes, and then we probably need to continue.
Okay, sure. When you want to make a purchase of a container, we offer the solution where you can always speak directly to the supplier or to the seller. So on Container xChange, you can see that you always are aware of which company is on xChange and which company you're dealing with. You have a chat function where you can speak to the supplier or the seller, and you can also start and arrange a call. And what this would really do, given what's going on in the industry, I think in terms of availability, it allows you to have access to a really large network of different companies in the same situation as yours, whether they're being a supplier and a seller, and really making you more efficient with the equipment to boosting that flexibility up, because I think being efficient is very important given the problems that we're facing. Yeah.
Great, thanks, Thomas. Are you completely done with your presentation? And cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to go through that with us. And again, if anyone has any questions about how the platform works or wants to book a demo, get in touch with Thomas or one of us after the webinar. We'll be happy to point you into the right direction. All right, so I think it's time for questions. I have seen a couple that are going on in the chat that have been answered by our speakers as they go along. So I'm going to start with the question that has been actually posted in the question part of the chat. It's been posted by Ratika Kapoor, and she has a question for Frank. Frank, she wants to understand what's happening in China owing to the COVID lockdowns, and how is hinterland transportation blockages impacting the supply chain there?
Yeah, it's so lockdown policies. Yeah, as we can see, the Chinese government also still taking the very strict control and try to lock down all the cities, places occurred as the COVID virus. So yeah, every government has their own understandings to these virus affections. So we have no position to claim that, but it is indeed to impact all the industries, all the aspects of the economic. So I think retail data is finding the intermodal ways to try to secure the logistics. For example, from Ningbo to Wuhan, we are using the rail. We are using the direct rail to connect to Wuhan, and we are taking also the ocean and the Yangtze River by rail barge to Wuhan. So we are finding all the ways to secure the business. So don't worry, we're always finding the ways. Okay.
Thank you, Frank. If anyone has any more questions, can you post them into the questions part? If not, then we do have a breakout room session where everyone will be directed into a breakout room where you'll be able to speak with a few other members who are here today. But before we do that, our social media managers asked if we could quickly take a screenshot, I'm not sure if he's still with us, of everyone, all the participants here. Sam, so if you're still with us, I think now's your shot. I'm not sure if he's still here. Otherwise, Lyra, would you like to lead us into the breakout room session?
Exactly. So I will create 5 breakout rooms where you will have a chance to discuss the current situation, current challenges in the industry. You will have a chance to get acquainted and find probably partners for your business. So just stay tuned.
Great. Before we break out, I just want to say another thank you to everyone who joined today. And if you have any other questions or chats, you know who to reach out to. Valeria has also posted a link where you can request a demo with our team. So once again, thanks so much for joining, and we'll chat in the breakout room.